Technology has revolutionized the banking experience. Days where we had to wait just to know the current bank balance are all over. In this era of life, we receive SMS for all sort of banking transactions. For each transaction, we receive an SMS with all the relevant details. But this data lies in the inbox which will eventually be deleted or will end up as an archive. Here is an app which utilizes this data so that user can keep track of all the debit and credit history without any manual intervention. This app shows the debit and credit card details in the form of simple reports which users can easily visualize. The only configuration required from users' end is to configure the center name used by various banks. The app has two parts. One which is an agent that runs in the background and other which is UX part which will be used by end users. The agent is subscribed to listen to the broadcast receiver event on receiving any SMS. Whenever an SMS is received, it traps the event and gets the details of the message and streams it to a file. To start with, user has to configure the sender name. Agent uses this information to filter the messages which in turn will be parsed to get the amount involved and the mode of transaction. This data remains offline till user publishes the data to the storage hosted on cloud. The application has a simple user interface which lets users to configure the sender's name. Once configured, user can track the expenses anytime based on the messages received from the time of installation. There is also a provision to publish the results to the cloud so that even if he changes the device and reinstalls the app, he can retrieve the data back using a single click. Let's start the demo. This is the launching screen. As shown, user can configure the bank information or view the expenses and of course seek help anytime. If user selects configure, he is taken to the screen where he will be listed all the bank information which he had configured earlier. Anytime we facilitate the addition of new bank details. That is the only configuration required from user's end. Going forward, user can choose expense option to track the banking details for the selected bank and time frame. We send messages to the emulator using the telnet interface. This way we have pre-populated 10 messages. User will be shown the expenses of the current month as default. For convenience, the expenses are represented as a line graph. There is an option to see the same data in table format with date and time involved. From this screen, user can publish the data till date to cloud by choosing the Publish to Cloud option from settings. This syncs up the data from cloud to device and vice versa. The data will be stored in a global table which will have the phone number as the unique ID. User can use Explorer for further visualizations at his will. The data can be consumed across devices. These are the few advantages of publishing the data to the cloud. Now we will simulate a live scenario wherein we send an SMS from the telnet session and revisit the expense graph. The message says that 3,800 has been debited. Okay, the message has received, and now let's see if the change is reflected in the graph. There it is. We have 3,800 shown against 22nd Feb. That was the demo of Expense Tracker. This is created as an Android app for now. Thank you.